Imagine this terrifying scenario. You wake up suddenly gasping for air as an agonizing burning sensation claws through your gut. You brush it off, dismissing it as nothing more than a minor stomachache, just a harmless nuisance, right? Wrong. Within minutes, the pain surges upwards, violently gripping your chest. Panic overwhelms you. Your breathing grows shallow and erratic. Horrified, you wonder, is this it? Am I having a heart attack, a stroke, my life ending? Before I even grasp what's happening. Now brace yourself, because the villain behind this nightmare isn't greasy fast food or decades of tobacco use. Shockingly, it's something you've trusted completely. Something you've been faithfully adding to your daily meals, believing it would keep you young, vibrant, and healthy. If you dare ignore what I'm about to reveal in the next 5 minutes, you might miss a critical warning. The innocent-looking turmeric jar sitting quietly in your kitchen cabinet could secretly be plotting against you, transforming your next meal into a deadly threat, especially when combined with 3 common foods. Visualize the next time you confidently stir that golden spice into your oatmeal tea or smoothie. Completely unaware, you're unleashing an invisible chain reaction. Without warning, your bloodstream becomes inflamed, arteries strained, and your cardiovascular system teeters on the brink of catastrophe. It's unthinkable, but frighteningly real. So many people, from unsuspecting seniors to younger health enthusiasts, have unknowingly landed themselves in emergency rooms simply by pairing turmeric with the wrong ingredients. Each passing second of ignorance brings you closer to a hospital bed, tethered to IV drips and heart monitors. But it doesn't have to be this way. Stay glued to your screen until the end of this video, because I'll unveil the 3 seemingly harmless pantry staples you must never ever combine with turmeric if you value your heart, your brain, and your very life. I'm also about to reveal the secrets of safely unlocking turmeric's true healing potential, so you can confidently enjoy its powerful anti-inflammatory benefits without fear. And listen closely, because I'll share chilling true stories of individuals just like you who ignored this advice and paid a tragic price. By the time you finish watching, you'll understand exactly how turmeric's most prized compound, curcumin, can turn dangerously volatile under certain conditions, triggering inflammation powerful enough to strike you down. This isn't an exaggeration. This is your critical wake-up call. Ignore it, and you could become the next statistic trapped in an endless cycle of inflammation, artery damage, and devastating heart or brain emergencies. Heed it, and you'll gain a powerful ally in turmeric, safely defending your body against aging, disease, and premature death. The choice you make in the next 5 minutes could quite literally save your life. Transition: a true or composite clinical story. Not too long ago, I met a woman named Anne in my practice, though I've changed her name to protect privacy. Anne is 68, a retired kindergarten teacher who was always admired for her youthful energy in the classroom. She had read about turmeric's benefits for joint pain and memory retention, so she began adding a generous spoonful of golden spice to her scrambled eggs every morning. At first, she believed her routine was bulletproof. Then one day she came to me complaining of stomach cramping, unpredictable digestive issues, and persistent heartburn. She'd also noticed her blood pressure readings creeping higher than usual, prompting fear of a possible stroke. As we peeled back the layers of Anne's diet, we saw the glaring mistake: she'd been mixing her turmeric with processed cheese, unknowingly sabotaging the absorption of curcumin and potentially burdening her system with harmful compounds. Within just a few months of eliminating that problematic food combination, Anne's lingering discomfort subsided. Her doctor measured an improvement in her inflammatory markers, and she could finally enjoy turmeric's true advantages. This is only one example, but it underscores the overlooked truth: even something as revered as turmeric becomes counterproductive if introduced into the body under the wrong conditions. In the following segments, we'll get to the core science behind this phenomenon, what it means for you, why your heart and brain health depend on it, and how you can sidestep the complications. Then I'll show you how to integrate turmeric in a safe, strategic way, even if you're on prescription medications or have certain chronic conditions. Always remember, never abandon any prescribed treatments. Consult your physician before making big changes. But the longer you remain unaware of these dangers, the closer you get to a possible meltdown, whether it's in your arteries, your gut, or your cognitive function. Science: why turmeric can both heal and harm. Turmeric and curcumin, a powerful but fragile duo. For centuries, civilizations have used turmeric as a remedy, praising its ability to reduce inflammation and protect against a variety of ailments. According to the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health 2021 article on nutrition and inflammation, curcumin is the prize component in turmeric that offers antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and potential heart protective properties. As a large body of research shows, curcumin might dampen the inflammatory pathways that accelerate conditions like arthritis, compromised immunity, and even mental fog. But there's a hidden catch. Curcumin is notoriously difficult for the body to process and absorb. If you simply eat turmeric in random ways, most of its potential flows right through your system. It might sound shocking, but you could sprinkle turmeric on everything and still gain almost nothing, especially if you're pairing it with certain foods that either degrade curcumin or blunt the body's ability to use it. In older adults, absorption can decline further, meaning that just when you need turmeric's benefits the most, you might be sabotaging your best defenses. The heart and brain. Why absorption matters. Why should you worry about mixing foods with turmeric? Think of your system as an orchestra. Each instrument nutrient must be tuned and played at the right moment for the melody, your metabolism to work. If an ingredient like curcumin is overshadowed or muffled by something else like processed sugar or vinegar, you won't get the beautiful harmony of a healthy immune response, steady blood pressure, and robust memory. Instead, the disharmony could cultivate free radicals or stir up inflammatory chaos that tears at your arteries, leaving you at risk for heart attacks and strokes. The World Health Organization WHO 2020 dietary guidelines stresses the importance of maintaining balanced digestive processes, especially in seniors who battle unique metabolic shifts. When toxins or inflammatory triggers enter your bloodstream unopposed, your arteries experience stress. Plaque can build more easily, and your cardiovascular risk rises. At the same time, unbridled inflammation hits your nervous system, leaving your brain vulnerable to cognitive decline. If your goal is to avoid dreaded outcomes such as stroke, it's vital to optimize your daily patterns right now, which includes how you pair turmeric with foods that either help or hurt you. Biochemical clashes. The deceptively simple explanation. In simplified terms, certain foods contain proteins, acids, or sugars that bind with curcumin, rendering it inert. Think of it like a lock and key. You want curcumin to fit into the locks of your cells, but certain substances warp the shape of that key. When that happens, your body can't get the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, or circulatory benefits you expected. Meanwhile, you may be blindly continuing your daily routine, convinced you're doing the right thing. Dr. Michael Greger, 2019, cited in a nutrition research compilation, adds that the balance of gut flora can also make or break your absorption rates. Eating certain high-sugar or overly processed items can drastically shift your gut microbes in a harmful direction, again limiting turmeric's efficacy. It's a sobering realization for many health-conscious individuals. You must be extremely mindful of what you eat alongside that spoonful of golden powder. As we dive into the core of this script, you'll see how easily you might have been sabotaging your health and exactly how to fix it fast. The 3 foods that wreak havoc with turmeric. Now that you see the bigger picture, let's focus on the immediate triggers, those daily items so innocuous looking, but capable of negating turmeric's benefits. Ignore these warnings and you risk an insidious cycle of digestive upset, arterial stress, and rising inflammation. Heed them and you equip yourself for stronger joints, a healthier heart, and sharper cognition. 1. Processed dairy, a common, sneaky barrier. Why it's risky. Many of us grew up on cheese slices, coffee creamers, sweet-flavored yogurts, or shredded cheese from a bag. But these processed dairy products are often packed with stabilizers, preservatives, added sugars, and sometimes artificial flavors. When your gut is busy grappling with these synthetic compounds, it's less capable of absorbing delicate nutrients like curcumin. Some dairy proteins may actually bond to curcumin, dragging it out of your circulation before it can serve any anti-inflammatory function. In older adults, a sluggish metabolism or sensitive digestion amplifies this effect, leading to bloating, reflux, and possibly spiking inflammatory markers that stress the heart. Real case, Mark, age 72. Mark, a retired accountant, decided to tackle his knee pain and borderline high blood pressure by adopting turmeric capsules each day. Being a coffee lover, he habitually poured processed creamer into his mug, never suspecting it might interfere with that new supplement. Over weeks, Mark saw no improvement in his stiffness, and his blood pressure climbed even higher. During a routine checkup, we discovered that his curcumin levels were practically negligible because the dairy additives disrupted his gut. Once Mark switched to plain almond milk, he noticed a marked improvement in his joint comfort, and his blood pressure stabilized. The key lesson: processed dairy is a silent saboteur. What to do instead? If you crave a creamy texture, opt for clean, plant-based alternatives. Unsweetened almond milk, oat milk, or coconut milk are great picks. They're easier on digestion and do not impede curcumin absorption. Alternatively, if you tolerate dairy well and want a bit of richness, try small amounts of full-fat organic dairy with minimal additives. The less processed, the better. Whether it's a comforting turmeric latte or a bowl of oatmeal, you're fortifying with the spice. Be mindful to avoid the stuff that comes with a long list of preservatives and artificial ingredients. Chernofan, 2 vinegar-heavy foods. The acidic downside. Why it's risky: turmeric's star compound curcumin requires a relatively stable environment to remain bioavailable. Highly acidic substances like pickles, white or apple cider vinegar, certain salad dressings, ketchup, or mustards create a harsh environment in your digestive tract. That acidic hit may degrade curcumin before your body gets a chance to utilize it. If you're older or prone to heartburn or reflux, the acid-turmeric combo can result in immediate gastric irritation, which sets off a further inflammatory response. Real case: Diana, age 64. Diana, an avid gardener, always believed in the power of natural remedies. She loved drizzling a vinegar-based salad dressing over her organic greens and sprinkling turmeric on top for extra health. Yet over time, her occasional reflux turned into a nagging daily struggle, and her energy levels plunged. After consultation, we realized that her highly acidic dressings, combined with turmeric, contributed to her stomach's turmoil. When she switched to a homemade dressing with extra virgin olive oil, lemon juice in moderation, and just a pinch of black pepper, her digestion improved and she reported fewer flare-ups of knee pain and fatigue. What to do instead? This doesn't mean you must cut out vinegar altogether. You can simply separate your turmeric intake from your vinegar-laden dishes. For example, if you like pickled items or a zesty dressing, enjoy them at a different meal, or reduce the vinegar content while pairing turmeric with more digestion-friendly ingredients like fresh herbs and a mild healthy fat. This strategic separation lets your body assimilate curcumin, effectively giving you maximal anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits. Ingredient: 3 sugary cereals and pastries. An inflammatory storm. Wyatt's risky sugar is among the most potent inflammatory triggers in the modern diet. Consuming it causes quick blood sugar spikes, increases insulin levels, and fosters an environment where inflammation can flourish. Meanwhile, your turmeric is supposed to do the opposite: calm that inflammation. When you mix them, it's like slamming the brake and the gas pedal simultaneously. The result is a conflicting metabolic signal that can diminish or even cancel out turmeric's benefits. Over time, unchecked sugar intake escalates your risk of obesity, metabolic syndrome, and compromised cardiovascular health, all of which can heighten your vulnerability to stroke and heart-related incidents. Real case: Gloria, age 59. Gloria worked night shifts as a nurse, and to stay alert, she'd snack on sugary cereals during her breaks. To fight arthritic pain, she added turmeric to her cereal, believing she was offsetting the sugar with a superfood. However, her joint pain persisted, and her doctor warned her about borderline diabetic markers. After analyzing her eating habits, it became obvious the sugar load was overshadowing any advantage from curcumin. By gradually reducing sugary cereals and switching to unsweetened oatmeal with a pinch of turmeric pepper and raw honey, Gloria saw her pain recede, her energy rise, and her blood sugar stabilizing. What to do instead? Stick to complex carbohydrates and natural sweeteners in moderation. Whole grain toast with almond butter and turmeric, or oatmeal with a small drizzle of raw honey, is a better option than cereals coated in refined sugar. If you love muffins or pancakes, try making them at home with whole grain flours, minimal sweeteners, and an added dash of healthy fat to boost turmeric absorption. The goal is not to banish sweets entirely, but to carefully limit refined sugar so that your body can integrate turmeric's powerful benefits without sabotage. 3 winning food pairings that boost turmeric's power. Now let's pivot from the danger zone to the positive side of the equation. The real magic happens when you pair this golden spice with the right allies. You'll discover how to amplify curcumin uptake by as much as 2,000%, turning turmeric into a supercharged shield that can help protect your joints, your circulation, and potentially your long-term brain health. Sharwurtidi. 1 black pepper, the potent bioavailability enhancer. Why it's essential? Black pepper contains piperine, which dramatically boosts curcumin's absorption. According to various studies compiled by respected journals, including a 2018 review in the journal, Food's piperine can elevate curcumin uptake by up to 2,000% in almost miraculous synergy. If you're missing this key ingredient, you might be wasting the turmeric you ingest. How to use it? Simple. Whenever you season a dish with turmeric, also add a small pinch of fresh black pepper. If you take turmeric as a supplement, look for one that contains piperine or bioperine, which is simply a refined black pepper extract. At home, you can make a quick golden drink. Stir a quarter teaspoon of turmeric into a mug of warm almond milk, then add a dash of pepper. This combination helps curb inflammation more effectively, something older adults often notice as reduced joint stiffness, steadier energy, and improved digestion. 2 healthy fats, key vehicles for curcumin. Why they're essential: curcumin dissolves in fat, not water, meaning it travels and gets absorbed better in the presence of a healthy lipid source. If you're not consuming the right fats, you might be flushing that precious curcumin right out of your system. For older adults looking to optimize heart health, choosing the correct fats becomes even more critical. How to use them? The best choices include extra virgin olive oil, avocado nut seeds, and fatty fish. Drizzle a small amount of olive oil into a soup or stew near the end of cooking with turmeric. Or blend a slice of avocado into a morning smoothie with your golden spice. For those who prefer eggs, you can cook them in avocado oil or olive oil, then add turmeric and pepper. The synergy between turmeric and these beneficial fats can potentially sharpen your cognitive edge, reduce inflammation, and make you less prone to heart trouble. 3. Raw honey, the natural anti-inflammatory sweetener. Why it's essential: raw honey can deliver antioxidant and antimicrobial benefits, and it makes turmeric far more palatable without introducing a tidal wave of refined sugar. While it's still a form of sugar, raw honey has trace enzymes, minerals, and anti-inflammatory properties that are absent in regular table sugar. However, note that moderation is still important, especially if you're managing blood sugar or diabetes. How to use it? Try half a teaspoon of turmeric stirred into warm water with a teaspoon of raw honey for a gentle morning tonic. Or add a small dollop of raw honey to your turmeric tea instead of refined sweeteners. Some individuals create a golden spoon, a paste of turmeric and honey they eat daily. This can soothe a scratchy throat, offer a mild immunity boost, and serve as a convenient vehicle to enhance curcumin intake. If you have concerns about glucose levels, consult your physician to figure out a safe approach, typically limiting yourself to a teaspoon or less of raw honey per day. Pakshapitforn. Action plan, practical steps for immediate implementation. We've covered a lot of ground. Now let's organize a clear step-by-step plan you can put into motion starting today. By following these guidelines, you'll maximize your golden spice intake while avoiding the lurking pitfalls that could jeopardize your well-being. 1. Purge or limit the problem foods. Go through your kitchen. Identify processed dairy, vinegar, heavy condiments, and sugary cereals or baked goods that might be combining poorly with turmeric. Don't necessarily throw everything out if you still enjoy pickles or vinegary dressings. Just keep them separate from your turmeric meals. If you rely heavily on processed cheese or sweeteners, consider incremental shifts toward lower sugar, more natural dairy alternatives, or plant-based milks. 2. Enhance with black pepper and good fats. Whenever you cook with turmeric or make a beverage, add a sprinkle of fresh black pepper. 3. Compare turmeric with a small dose of healthy fat, avocado slices, olive oil, nut seeds to supercharge curcumin absorption. If using supplements, confirm that the ingredient label shows piperine or bioperine. 3. Replace refined sugars with raw honey if tolerated. Gradually reduce how much refined sugar or artificial sweeteners you consume. And introduce a teaspoon of raw honey in tea smoothies or that golden spoon concoction. Track how your energy, digestion, and joints feel as you adopt this small but powerful swap. 4. Timing and moderation. If you must have vinegar-based foods or sugary treats, space them out from your turmeric intake by at least a few hours. Entrelitre, notice any digestive or inflammatory symptoms that arise when you mix certain foods and adjust accordingly. Sompionnaire, keep refining your combinations until you find the routines that leave you feeling energetic and pain-free. 5. Consult your physician if you're on medications. Especially relevant if you're on blood thinners or manage chronic conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. Turmeric can have powerful effects, so it's critical to ensure it doesn't conflict with prescribed treatments. Never discontinue a medication unless your doctor advises it. 3. Missing Spark fixed real personal stories, plus a 7-day checklist. One element often overlooked in discussions about superfoods is the personal journey, the day-to-day transformations that show us how real people adapt and thrive. That's why I'm giving you 2 short anonymized case studies right here, plus a 7-day challenge to help you monitor results. Case Study 1, Robert, age 65. Former construction worker Robert's job took a toll on his knees and spine over decades of physical labor. He heard about turmeric and jumped on the bandwagon. After a month of daily use, though his pain hadn't improved and his blood pressure was inching up, investigation revealed that Robert drank strong vinegar-based tonics multiple times a day, believing it would help his digestion. By separating his vinegar tonic from his turmeric routine, drinking it at least 4 hours apart, he saw meaningful changes in joint comfort and noted better blood pressure readings after 6 weeks. Case Study 2, Linda, age 70, part-time childcare assistant. Linda was always active chasing grandkids and volunteering at a local childcare center. She decided to add turmeric to her coffee every morning. She also sprinkled it on toast with processed cheese for an easy meal. Soon, Linda began struggling with digestive unrest. She also developed persistent backaches, which ironically felt worse than before. After learning about processed dairy's negative interactions, Linda swapped her morning coffee creamer for unsweetened oat milk and replaced the cheese slices with a small portion of avocado. Within weeks, her stomach settled, and she felt more comfortable throughout her busy day. The difference was night and day. The 7-day turmeric checklist, ready for a short test run that you can share with friends or relatives. 1. Day 1. Start by removing any obviously processed dairy products from your first meal of the day. If you typically add turmeric to breakfast, replace the dairy with almond or coconut milk. 2. Add a pinch of black pepper to your turmeric dish. Notice any difference in how quickly your body feels warmed or energized. 3. Carefully avoid vinegar-rich foods whenever you consume turmeric. Keep a written note of how your stomach feels afterward. 4. Instead of sugary cereal or a pastry, try an unsweetened oatmeal bowl. Stir in turmeric, black pepper, and 1 teaspoon of raw honey, only if safe for your glucose levels. 5. Make a note of any improvements in joint stiffness, mental clarity, or overall digestion. Jot down how often you avoided processed dairy and acid-laden condiments. 6. Check your energy levels. Are you less fatigued mid-afternoon? Reflect on how well you've stuck to the synergy principle. Turmeric plus black pepper plus a healthy fat. 7. Evaluate how your body responded throughout the week. Continue the practice if you notice less discomfort or have more vitality. If you see no improvement, refine your approach or consult your physician to tweak your strategy. Share this 7-day plan with those you care about. Tracking changes in such a hands-on daily manner can spark transformations that last a lifetime. When done carefully, turmeric can bring surprising relief and clarity to everyday living. The 24-hour challenge for viral sharing. For an even quicker motivational push, here's a 24-hour challenge you can start tomorrow and see immediate shifts. 1 morning, drink a cup of warm water with half a teaspoon of turmeric, a dash of black pepper, and a teaspoon of raw honey if permissible for your diet. 2 afternoon, avoid sugary snacks or vinegar-laden condiments entirely for 1 meal. 3 evening, optionally have a simple dinner with a healthy fat source like roasted veggies, drizzled with extra virgin olive oil, plus a sprinkle of turmeric. Keep processed cheese, sugary cereals, or pickles off the menu. For bedtime, reflect on how your stomach feels, your joint mobility, and whether you sense more calmness or less bloating. Post your experience on social media. Did you notice a difference in just one day? Encourage your friends and family to try it. This short sprint can reveal how strongly these dietary tweaks impact your daily energy and comfort. It's simple enough to do without upending your life, yet powerful enough to spark a wave of positive momentum. Poifari called a comment. Have you ever noticed this sign? Comment, I feel it. If you relate, I'm safe. If not, and add a question for the doctor. Let's talk about the last time you used turmeric. Was it in a latte, a soup, or a supplement? Did you pair it with questionable items like processed cheese or sugary cereals? I want to hear your experiences, your concerns, and your successes. By sharing, you might help someone else struggling with the same confusion and pave the way for healthier habits in your community. Syria win. Virality enhancers, the missing spark, now addressed. In the original message about turmeric, a strong fear factor was hinted at, but not hammered home. Many people fail to realize how quickly a misstep in the kitchen can escalate into chronic inflammation, setting the stage for more serious complications like stroke or heart attack. By weaving in real stories, a 24-hour challenge, and a 7-day checklist, we give you practical tasks that turn abstract warnings into real actionable steps. Please remember, do not abandon your current care plan. Consult your physician for any major modifications. But take these challenges to spark dialogue, gather observations, and possibly share your progress in the comments below. The last thing we want is to wave a big red flag without equipping you with tangible solutions. But credibility and trust expert quotes. 1 World Health Organization 2020 Dietary Guidelines. Aging adults need to pay special attention to how nutrient absorption changes with age. Dietary variety, including the mindful use of natural spices, can bolster overall health. WHO statement from a general advisory on senior nutrition. 2 Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health 2021 article on nutrition and inflammation. Curcumin, a compound found in turmeric, has shown promise in reducing specific inflammatory markers associated with chronic disease. However, absorption is a key factor. Harvard T.H. Chan, Commentary on Optimizing Nutrient Intake. 3 Dr. Michael Greger, 2019 Nutrition Research Compilation. Gut flora balance significantly dictates how well we can absorb phytonutrients like curcumin. Processed foods high in sugar may erode this microbiome advantage. Dr. Greger in a summary of evidence-based food and health strategies. These authoritative sources reaffirm the core principles we've explored. You must keep a close eye on how you combine spices with other foods, especially as you age, and your body's digestive capacity evolves. Each quote underscores a crucial piece of the puzzle, from overall balance to synergy to gut health. Kandiwam. Conclusion, bringing it all together. It's not enough to just say turmeric is good or turmeric is bad. We've learned it can be both. Used correctly, it can help fight off inflammation, possibly lower the risk of heart attack or stroke, and sharpen cognition. Mishandled, it might do little or even unleash unexpected discomfort. Let's recap 3 vital points to remember. Curcumin absorption is everything. If you're not pairing turmeric with piperine black pepper in healthy fats, you're shortchanging its power. Avoid dangerous combinations. Processed, dairy vinegar-laden foods and high-sugar cereals or pastries can neutralize or reverse turmeric's benefits. Small changes, big results. Switch to plant-based milks. Time your vinegar consumption away from your turmeric intake and opt for natural sweeteners in limited amounts. Now, if this script resonated with you, please hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and share the information with someone you care about. You never know whose life you might save by alerting them to these hidden pitfalls. And don't forget to leave a comment below with your experiences or questions. Here's one more open question to keep the conversation flowing. Is there a particular meal or supplement routine you've been curious about adding turmeric to, and are you now rethinking how to do it more safely? Let's discuss in the comments. Your story might be the very thing that encourages someone else to step away from harmful pairings and toward a healthier, more vibrant life.